Hello, everybody. If anybody is there, I can't see. This is the session is will be the interactive session. So uh, before I start, I would like if anybody has come here, they can just say hi, and then I will come to know if who are the people who have joined. So till the time you don't communicate, I will not understand. Thank you very much. I will wait for some more people to join in. Okay, now we are going to talk about how this session is. We are going to talk about the law of attraction. This is Vrindacharya, and I am a mind trainer. I'm by profession, I'm into the international retail fashion industry, and as a passion, I'm taking a law of attraction workshop where I teach the students how to channelize your mind or how to train your mind so that you can use the scientific and with a methodology you can attract the things in your life. Now when I say law of attraction, normally what happens, people, this word is going around in the world for quite a long time, more than many years, more than 20 years. Maybe it is popular after the Secret movie came in 2008. But when you talk about law of attraction, immediately I get a questions from people. Maybe I was just talking for a while some time back. One lady was asking me that, do you think that it works? Is it work for you? Have you experienced these things? Or maybe, sometimes I've heard it is not working for all, or sometimes it works, or sometimes it doesn't work. So these are all the questions keep on going in our mind when we talk that about the law of attraction. Many of the times what happens, we really get buried in the talks what we listen, and we hardly know the facts, and we have not experienced that thing. And it is but obvious, if we want to believe something, our mind or our brain has to have the evidence or has to have the experience to believe that. For example, if I say something, if I don't have that experience in my mind, maybe I may not like to believe in the unknowns, and that is why we always get scared. Like like right now we are experiencing, we are not having any experience, we are not having any knowledge about this COVID-19, which virus is going on. So that is why everywhere everybody is talking about the, what will happen about the future, what will happen about the world. Nobody knows. So we are scared because we are not aware how to handle these things, because we have not got the experience about this virus. Nobody has got the experience to how to handle such kind of virus. So maybe, unless it is not got the evidence, science doesn't accept it, and it happens like, it's difficult for our brain to believe in unknowns. And that is what is this subject comes in. We why we are learning law of attraction, or why we want to learn law of attraction, is it is a science, it is a methodology where you can use some tools to attract something in your life. Now how do you do that? We teach a lot of techniques to use, like, it can be anything. Somebody wants to be a good teacher, this can be a dream. Somebody wants to be a good housewife, somebody wants to be a good doctor, or somebody wants to buy a good fancy car, or somebody wants to attract some fancy dream house, or somebody, like, whatever you want to attract, it is possible to attract anything in your life. Hello, Raj. So, thank you for joining. And if you have any questions, you can ask while I'm talking. I'm just going to introduce you exactly why we are here, what we are going to talk, and then maybe you can just talk about what is the exactly what we meant to, or maybe what questions normally people have it. So I think some more people are joining. So if people are joining, maybe you can just say hi, so I will understand. And maybe I've just started 5 minutes back. I've just given you the introduction, and maybe just I was just talking about the questions we have. Somebody asked me before I came into this session. So I was just talking about, like, how we really get buried into this question, and we don't believe that why it happens. And it is very difficult because we have been taught by the society that, okay, if you want to earn money, you cannot earn money because of this, or maybe if you cannot. So these are all the hello, meditation miracles. I can't see your name, but yes, this is what is your mention. So maybe I'm just talking about law of attraction. And when you say law of attraction, we have a lot of myths going on in our mind, and how we do that. And what I'm just trying to explain, that how we are training the people to channelize your thought process. Basically, you must have heard that everything is made up, everything is because of thought, or thought becomes things. Whatever you think, you become of that. And this is the way how you train, and how your mind works, how your brain works. So we go through the different exercises, so that you understand whatever is your wishes. Maybe you want to attract anything in your life, you can definitely achieve that. So whether it is tangible or intangible. Tangible, like attracting a good car, or intangible, like having a happiness, or attracting a good relationship. So these are the things we can definitely do that, do these exercises. Now there are different ways why these things happen, or unknowingly we attract the things in our life. For example, you may say that some people I've seen that they are very rich. Some people I've seen that without knowing anything, they just touch the things, and they get everything in their life. Or maybe they just started the business, and they have gone very successful in that. Or I've seen the people who are not putting much effort, but still they are doing fantastic work in their life. So we have to, when we learn this scientific way of how the things happen in our life, you will start understanding that how you can use these techniques to attract what we want. Hello, Dr. Ram Sharma, welcome to the session. So let me continue, and if you have any questions, you can definitely ask about that. Maybe when you are writing your profile, meditations miracle, that means you are already experiencing miracles in your life. And I'm also talking about the how to attract the miracles, and how to start believing in unknowns. But the topic of my subject is law of attraction, because this is a topic where people really get acquainted and get connected very easily, because it is very popular and known word. So that is why we are on the same page, but maybe I'm talking in a different way and different topic, that's all. Anyway, so welcome to the session. So I was just talking that how we can attract the things, and there are different ways. So our brain is conditioned, or our mind is conditioned in a way. So in this process, we have to understand. Like for example, I always say that you want to be doctor, or you want to be, or there are lots of things available on YouTube, or lots of information available on Google and internet. But can I be a doctor, or can I get a doctor's degree just learning the operations on YouTube? No. So even though you know how the operations are done, even though you see the videos, or having some read the books, but still you have to go through that study course, still you have to go through the process, so that you understand. So it is the same thing. Like some people come and they ask me that can you can I attract the car within this many days? Actually, technically, you can do anything within 21 days to 30 days, because your brain patterns are made. But the way our society is conditioned to believe, it is difficult for us to believe what we do, and that is why we have this kind of a questions, and we get stuck up into the paralysis of analysis. Why this happened, what it happens. But when you start learning how this universe works, how the miracles you attract, or you design the miracles in your life, it is absolutely fine. And what I'm teaching, it's this is not being my profession. I have experienced this thing in my life for 20 years. I've been working in one company where I've used this tools practically into my businesses. I've achieved some results, and then I started taking the interest that okay, I will have this methodology and I will develop one workshop with my experiences, and then I will share those experiences with the people. There are many trainers available in the market, but maybe I'm not the one who has learned something and teaching you something, but I've experienced something, so that I can definitely tell you that I was into this problem and how I've used this solution, how what technique I've used to find that solution. So it is very easy for me to connect with the people, because it's not like just doing that thing. So sometimes when you are experiencing that thing, I've done a lot of experiments on myself on biological level. I've done experiments on my family members as well as the people who are doing this workshop. So I've got a series of experiences with the people, and then I've designed this workshop, and I've been doing this workshop offline for quite a while, more than couple of years, around 3 to 4 years. And now I've started, okay, it is a limitations to reach out to people. When you are working offline, you can just meet hardly 15 to 20 people. I don't take more than 25 people in one session, because I have to do the hand holding. I work on the individual levels on their goal settings, and how you can use this. Of course, learning technique is one thing, but how I can customize this technique for, because everybody is coming from a different background. Everybody's goals are different. Everybody's thinking patterns are different. Everybody is on a different plane. Everybody is having a different laws, and everybody is on a different race. So that the reason I don't take more than 25 people in one. If you really want to transform the person, you have to go through the process, and it takes minimum 3 to 4 months to go through, understand the process. And I make sure that you have understood the things, and then you have reached to one level, so that now you are on your own. You can understand the things, you have absorbed the subject, you have understood the subject, and then you have reach out to the next level. And now you can find out your own subject, and maybe you can take your on your own path. And then I leave the person. Now I will just explain what we do in this process. First is the exactly what is the law of attraction. Law of attraction, the definition, or maybe the process. This is one of the universal law. You must be knowing gravitational law. Gravitational law is another universal law which works similarly for everybody and every time and all time. Now, law of attraction is also one of the most important universal law, which says that whatever you think, you attract in your life. Now people go with the exactly word to word. When you say what do you think you attract, now people will say, I met an accident, and did I attract the accident? So this is the question comes: did I attract the divorce in my life? Did I attract the breaking down of my car? Did I attract the failure in my examination? So these questions come, and then we say that no, 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 it is not working. This is not the right thing, or this is not the way it happens. Normally, it is said that if I'm really thinking, how I'm thinking, and how this thinking or thought process makes you attract the things in your life, there is a hidden sentence in that. Even though we say that law of attraction says that whatever you think you attract, but that doesn't mean that absolutely word to word. So how this works, how your thought process works, and these are the things are known to everybody for more than 100 years, or maybe more than that. Rather, I would say in Hindu scriptures you must have read that we were talking that how to send the messages with the intentions. So how the energy flows, like we have the offerings to our dead ancestors or our gods. So we have this theory already in place, but it was put up, or it has been used in a different way in different time zone. So this is the way it has been drafted, in a way where we talk about scientific tools. What are the things you can attract in your life, or what are the tools to be used to attract in your life. For example, we have been conditioned to think in some pattern, and we think about the reality. For example, I have a money problem, And I'm regularly thinking that I have to have a big money, I have to earn big money, I have to be millionaire, I have to do this, I have to do that. This is what is my wishes. But what I'm thinking every day is, I don't have money. Money makes money. Money is not easy. I don't have any contacts. It's very difficult to do with this qualification. I don't have a qualification. I don't have any contact. A lot of things. One way we think that I want to be a millionaire, and one side we keep on thinking exactly contrast than what we want to be. So this is the way it is called. The mind is tuned or conditioned to think in that way. So what we have to do is we have to change our focus from our reality, which we are not liking, and towards the goal which we want to achieve. And that is why it is said that when you say that you say what you want in your life. We can talk so many things about the problems in our life, but if you ask somebody that what is the thing you want, people can talk only one or two sentences what you want in your life, that rather than they talk a lot what is not right in your life. I don't want this, I don't want this, I have this problem, that problem, all that thing. But they can speak only 10 sentences what we want. For example, I have a bigger fights at home. I've got a relationship problem. Every day there is a fight going on. Nobody talks properly. I have got a EMI tension. I have got a money tension. So many things, like money comes, money goes so easily. So many things we keep on talking. And when I say, okay, tell me what you want, and the person thinks exactly what I want. When you have said 10 sentences what you don't want, you cannot tell more than two sentences what you want. For example, I want peace in my home. I want to be paid off all my products rather than going into loan and EMI. But we are so much surrounded with the negativity, and so many things are going around us. So our mind is conditioned to think in this way, and it is very difficult for us to think in that way. And what we do in this training sessions is we divert our mind from what we don't want to what we want. This is the way we do that thing. And there are the three principles we always need to. I will just give you three principles which if you follow in your life, maybe you will be able to channelize what you want. Most of the times what happens is people are thinking about it, and then unknowingly some people get something in their life. They have attracted already what they want, or rather we have attracted what we have got today is also attracted by us, but which we are doing unknowingly. So when you learn how this exactly the law works, that will help you to design your own life deliberately. Right now, we are attracting unknowingly, but later on, we will do it deliberately, so that we will be doing with the mindfulness. Like, we will be mindful for every act, and then we will start thinking how to get what we want. Just now, somebody asked me, I was just chatting with a couple of people, and she was asking me that, can you remove the relationship problems from your life? Can you remove all the worries? See, all the worries, there is no end to your worries, or there is no, because it is a state of your mind. Worries is not a problem. Anxiety is not a problem. Right now, we are talking here about the body luxury. Means, like, if I'm thinking, one is the body part, one is mind, and one is soul. Right now what we are talking, or what workshop teaches you, is majorly on the how to attract materialistic, because whole world is stuck up over there. 98% people think that if I have that particular luxury car, I will be happy. If I have got this soulmate, I will be happy. If I score this much mark, I will be happy. If I become if I get a job in this company, I will be happy. So we have thought, or maybe we have conditioned our happiness to something which is materialistic thing has been conditioned or attached to our happiness. So right now I'm talking to you only about, because if I say you that money is nothing in life, then you will say what rubbish, I need the money. And then I will say that money is not, because let me have that thing. Because if I don't have money, everything, you are living in a materialistic world. We are living um, in a modern society. You are living in a particular lifestyle, and you need money for everything. Right now, you must be having computer or smartphone to listen, and you have a data, you have a money to buy the data so that you can hear me on YouTube. So everything requires money. So like, I'm not saying that money, like sometimes I always give a example of Zorba Buddha, which is a Osho's theory. It's a very beautifully Osho has said this, like, you must be knowing that there are different chakras, and below chakras are all Zorba, where it's a materialistic world, and upper three chakras are connected to your spiritual world, or maybe, it's a Buddha. So you have to be both, like, you have to be Buddha also as well as a Zorba also. So first we talk about the lower chakras, which is your materialistic world. Somebody wants to have fame, somebody wants to be successful, somebody wants to have a good business, somebody wants to be a millionaire, and blah blah blah. So these are all the uh, unless you don't active, or unless you don't have those lower chakras, we can't think about the upper ones. So unless I don't work on this thing, then I will realize how to move forward and how to move upward, and then I will work about the happiness and intangible things which we talk later part. So coming back to the point that we are going to talk only about the materialistic world, how to get those things in that. So there are three principles we always talk about law of attraction, which is one is things, thought becomes things. What does it mean? Everything in the world starts with one singular thought. For example, this computer or table or mobile or uh, cupboard, anything in the world, whatever you see around you, has been developed or created by one thought. It started with one thought. What does it mean? Somebody thought, let's make some phone which will give connectivity. I can talk with single button to a person who will sitting 1,000 miles away. If somebody would have talked about this idea 100 years back, would have been thought like, this is something weird idea, so would have not believed. But in today's world, we are believing this because we are seeing this technology is changing our lives. So it is easy for us to believe today. But somebody got that thought that I should make a smartphone which will work like a human brain, which will just one click button, I can talk to anybody with one button, I can send the photographs to anybody with one button, I can take my photographs in one button, I can take the video with one button. So these are the things, how the smartphone is all about. And then and then that person, or let's say Steve Jobs got this idea and he started working on developing smartphone, but he was not knowing how to make this smartphone. He had no experience how to make this smartphone. He had no idea how to achieve that thing. So but that thought came in mind, and then he started working how to make it happen. So somebody thought like, we should go to moon. Till that time we were just praying and we were just worshiping moon. But somebody got an idea that, we should go and walk on the moon. Somebody got an idea, or somebody got a thought that I should go and travel the moon, or I should go and see how the earth looks like from the moon. Now nobody had got experience how to go to moon. Nobody was knowing what is the road to go to moon. Nobody was having experience what are the miles to go to moon. So like, you are not aware, but one thought just to go to moon has made that person or made us to develop and reach to that level. So this is what is called the one thought starts with the idea and then it becomes the things. So this is the one principle. Everything starts with your thought and thought becomes thing. Second principle is wherever your focus is, your energy flows over there. What does it mean? If I'm thinking about something, the energy, you must be knowing energy is everything is made up of energy, which is a Newton's law. Like, everything in this world, the trees, mountains, the human being, and the cars and buildings, everything, whatever we see, everything, every matter is made up of energy. And every matter energy is not created as well as destroyed. So when you say it is not created and destroyed, that means every energy changes its form, which we have learnt in our schooling, in our conventional science, which Newton has mentioned, that everything is made up of energy. You cannot destroy it, you cannot create it, and you can change the form. Means like if you have the heat, you can water can be evaporated, and then it becomes the air, and from that again condenses and it becomes the water. So like water, air from water, and it changes the form. If I'm speaking here, my words are becoming changing the form of sound, and then you can hear that sound, so it changes the energy. So words energy has been changed into the sound, and then you can hear those sounds through your ear, and then you understand what I'm talking. So I think these are all the things are not new to you, nothing new I'm talking about. But what I'm trying to establish a point over here is the second principle of this is wherever your focus is, you energy goes over there. Now let's take the day-to-day basis example. For example, you must have experienced this many a times. When we want to buy a car, we decide okay which car to buy. I decide okay I want to buy this. I will go through the net search, then I will go to visit to some showroom, and then I will explain, and then I will decide okay I have finalized that this is the company, this is the color, this is the model, this is the budget. I have finalized everything. Now I am waiting for a good time to go and book the car, and I'm going to buy the car. I've reached up to that. Suddenly what happens, whenever I start whenever I go out, suddenly I start seeing the similar car around in the market or around in the roads. Have you experienced this ever? Have you experienced this? Maybe like or sometimes I think about somebody and that person calls me, or maybe I'm thinking about some friend and that friend calls me or sends me message, or somebody comes to meet me, or maybe I'm thinking about somebody I've not met for a long time, and then that person comes, and then we suddenly say that it is a coincidence, but that's not the coincidence. This is the science behind that. Like whatever I think, whatever my focus goes, my energy flows there. And the same way, and then we there are different ways how your conscious mind works, how the mind power works. But right now I'm talking about the second principle. Wherever your focus is, your energy goes, and that is the way, that could be the way out. That why it is always said that rather than working on multiple tasks, you just decide what you want, you focus on one thing, you keep focusing, so that your energy is totally gone into that, and then you can achieve that goal. And maybe that could be the reason that in most of the corporates we have the goal setting sessions, and then we decide how this works and all that. Now moving forward, the third principle is like attracts like. This is the third principle. These are the three steps. If you really want to follow the principles to attract what you want in your life, these are the three things you can definitely do. The third is the like attracts like. That means similar frequency attracts the similar frequency. What does it mean? For example, whatever I'm thinking, every thought has got a vibrations, and every thought has got a frequency. Like how it is measured, it is measured in terms of frequency. For example, any thought comes in my mind, it has got a frequency, and that frequency is emitted in the universe. And the similar frequency attracts the similar frequency. You must be knowing, like, like-minded people get along very well with like-minded people. Like how Facebook has made, the Facebook is also made on the same principle. Like, it has been made like, I'm attracting the different friends based on my likings, based on my personality, based on my what I'm liking. Or maybe some of the groups are there where uh, people who are liking that subject, they just come and connected on those groups. So like we are experiencing this unknowingly, or automatically it happens that like attracts likes, means similar like-minded people get along with similar like-minded people. Even in your schooling also, the students who sit on the front bench, who's deemed to be scholar students, they always get along with the similar mind of students friendship. Or maybe backbenchers or backbench people, whoever sit, they always get along with those people. So like who are little notorious, they are not more focused on subject, but of course they are. I'm not saying they are good or bad, I'm just saying that their liking is something different. So only those people are getting friendship with those kind of people only. Hello Ganesh, I'm just I think you have just joined now. We have just gone through uh, it's almost more than 35 minutes we have been talking, and I'm just talking about law of attraction and the principle and how it works. So maybe probably you may get an opportunity to listen it again, but I'm just, let me just continue, and then you can, if you have any questions, you can just drop in any questions at the end part of the webinar. Maybe last 10 minutes I will keep, just if you have any questions. Okay, so I was just talking about the third principle, which is like attracts like, which is similar like-minded people always attract the similar like-minded people. And then so how does it work in the frequency matter? Like for example, if I'm having a thought, that thought has got a frequency and it attracts a similar frequency. I will just give you the example how it is connected, or what I'm trying to explain you. For example, I want to be a millionaire, or I want to buy a house which is costing 15 crore rupees. Okay, and my income is 10,000 rupees. Now I want a house which cost is 15 crore rupees, and my income is 10,000. And what thought comes in my mind? Somebody has taught me that, you can get what you want, you can attract what you want. Okay, I've learned law of attraction, I've learned all the techniques, I've done visualization, I've done affirmation, I'm doing meditation, what are the thoughts in what meditations I've learned in law of attraction workshop, and everything I'm doing. But when I'm thinking the whole day, I'm seeing the dream house which is costing 15 crore. I want to buy that house. But while visualizing that, what thought process is going on in my mind is, oh my god, my income is 10,000 rupees, and how I can buy in this life, how I can reach there, from where do I get money, who will give me the loan, from where will I get the cash, from where, how can I make it happen, how can I do. So when you have this kind of a thought, this thought's frequency goes into the universe and it attracts the similar frequency. Now what frequency you are emitted? You are emitted something is lack. So what you will attract? You will attract lack. You are sending the frequency, something is missing in your life. So what you are going to attract? We, what is the problem? We take as words as like word. I want to buy a house, I should attract a house. No, you are not going to attract the house just saying that you want a house. What frequency you are sending to the universe, what messages you are sending to universe, you are going to attract that thing. Have you seen that, some people are very rich, some people are very poor? What is the why, what is the reason behind that, or how it happens? Have you seen that there is a different mindset? Have you aware that the if you must have read the book which is think Rich Dad and Poor Dad by Robin Kiyosaki, who is explained how the mindset plays the role in the rich people and poor people. Everybody has got a different mindset. You cannot, if you want to be rich person, you have to have millionaires mindset. You cannot be rich by having poor mindset. And that book he has explained so well that, how the mindset plays a role in your life to attract the things where you are, what you have got right now. It's because you have attracted because of your thought process. So frequency attract similar frequency, attract similar frequency means law of attraction says, I want to buy a house, I will attract the house. No, it's not that way. What frequency I'm sending, I will attract. For example, I'm going to my office. I want to be I want to start a business. Or maybe I want to okay, my wish is I want to start a business, but I'm doing a job, and every day I'm going to a job where I'm not feeling good. Every day I'm thinking, oh my god, this is so boring job, I have to do the same work now, it's so tiring, I don't like to go to office, I have to see the same face of my boss, and now it's so boring, like, I'm really not liking, I'm hating this. If every day you are going to your office with this thought process, what you are emitting, what by frequency you are emitting, your frequency you are emitting is you are not liking, and this is you are not happy, you are not liking what you want. So you will attract the same thing. That is why it is mentioned that, you have to do the things which you like, which is a passionate thing, so that, you will feel good from inside, and when you feel good, you emit the good right frequency, and then you attract those things. This is the idea behind that. and that is the reason you have to say that thing. So that is why you should have a frequency what you want to attract, and it's not the, and what is the universe gives you the feedback in terms of feelings. Like, if I'm feeling good, universe is telling you that you are aligned to your goal. If I'm feeling bad, if I'm not feeling good, my feelings are not positive or feelings are not good, that means I am not aligned to my goal. This is the way universe gives you the feedback. So this is very simple way to understand by your feeling. This is a scale which explains you whether you are aligned to your goal, whether you are seeing to your goal or not, is your feeling. So you have to check your feeling. If I'm feeling, for example, I'm going somewhere and I want my dream is I want to be millionaire. Okay, and I'm going by car to my office. I'm just giving you example. In the morning I got up, I've done the meditation, I've done visualization technique, I've done affirmation technique, I've made the design board, everything I've followed perfectly. But when I'm traveling to office, I'm getting irritated with the traffic, I'm getting irritated with the potholes. Every time I'm going, I'm saying that, this government is so useless, this municipality is so useless, I don't understand what is this, I'm getting irritated, it's so much of productivity loss, so much of this I'm not liking. So continuously I'm sending the negative frequency to the universe. So what happens is, whatever is my dominant vibrations or whatever is my dominant frequency throughout the day, whether I'm good mood in the morning, good mood in the evening, and the whole day I'm emitting the frequency which is not good, which is something lacking, which is something not good, then what will happen, you will attract only those frequency which is dominant vibrations throughout the day. So you understand that why we have a mood swings, like, sometimes, or maybe somebody is traveling in the train, there are thousands of people in the train, and why one person's pocket is only cut by the pocket picker, and why your money is only stolen. You understand that sometimes we get this kind of questions, like, मैंने इसका क्या बिगाड़ा था, why it's me. We keep on asking God, why me, why me only. So when you learn law of attraction, or when you learn how this universe made, or how our mind works, what is the power of your mind, and how these things happen in our life, you will stop asking this question, at least why me. So you will start getting these answers when you learn these things, and you will only understand the things what is happening in your life, how that will help you to solve your problems. So now these are the three principles you can keep in mind when you, so you can start observing the things in your life. In any of your life area, you must be facing that, you are not happy in that life area. That means you want to work on that area. Maybe it is relationship, maybe it is wealth, or maybe it is health. So these are the things, like, right now, for example, in COVID-19, you are surrounded with the, if you are whole day watching movies, and the whole day movies are talking only about COVID-19, only about how the world is going to be, only about how it is going to be fearful, and how it is going to be so much economy loss and all that thing. But do you know that one thing? In this period, total millionaires list, all the people who are wealthy have reduced 25% wealth during this time. It has happened. 25% wealth is been reduced by some of the millionaires list, if you read the news. But 3 to 4 new millionaires name is added in the list. So how you can say that, you can't make a money in a bad market? How you can say that I don't have opportunity? Because it's in our mind that, there is a competition, there is a fear. If the fear is in my mind, I can't do anything. So we learn all these things, like, now it's COVID-19. It's because of virus. There is a fearful environment. It's going to be a different world, or maybe everybody will operate differently. But we are the same. Our mind is the same. So one is the body, how you can work, what satisfy your body, which is your materialistic world, whether it is car, your your relationship, or maybe your house, or maybe you want to be a somebody in your career or something, somebody wants to attract good job. So which is your mind and body related, or one is soul, is something which we talk about, like, how your mind is accumulated memories, and why the things happen. On sometimes there are something which are from your past life, which is also known as karmic account. We also teach you how to clear your karmic account. Means like sometimes I think that I have not done anything wrong with some person, but this person has come and done something to me. Like मैंने पार्किंग लॉट में गाड़ी खड़ी कर दी है विच इज सेफ फॉर मी, किसी ने आके पार्किंग लॉट में आके ठोक दी. What's wrong with me? Why it is happening? Why he banned my car only? So like some of the questions we always have in our life, which we don't get the answers, and there you will come to know like why it happens. So that is why it is very important. There are so many things are happening, and that there is a purpose. Everybody has got a purpose in their life. Why I'm born in this house only, why I'm born in this city only, why I'm born as a designer only, why I'm born as a this profession only, or as a digital marketer only, or as a whatever is your whatever. But there is a purpose for everybody in that life, and that will take you what is your what your role real purpose of your soul. Your soul, body and mind has got a different things, and we touch base all these things in this workshop, so you understand the whole thing, like what is the universe is made up of, how this universe works, and how this frequency game changes. And there are different ways to change your frequency. I'm just touch base because we had limited timeline, so I could just explain that these are the three principles you can do that thing, and then how what we do normally. Now again, just if you have any questions you can ask, otherwise I'm going to give you experiment, because I told you that your mind always believes if you experience. Like for example, right now I'm talking, you will say like this is your experience, or maybe you are just talking. How can we believe, like because unless you don't have an experience yourself, it is very difficult to believe that this works. Normally we teach manifestation process in the workshop. Now I'm going to give you one small exercise which will explain you the manifestation process, and you can try this and you will get the results in next 48 hours. Are you ready to do that? If you don't have any question, I will just go ahead and explain you the process. You just try on your own, and then if it works for you, you will start believing that if it works for me in next 48 hours, maybe it can happen to anything, to attract anything in your life. I'm just giving you a small exercise. What you have to do is you just have to sit for a while, close your eyes, focus on your breathing, breathe in and breathe out. The reason why we focus on breath is you just reduce your noise of your thoughts. You just have to close your eyes and kept focusing on your breath. Now I'm just telling you, you have to imagine one butterfly which is in yellow color. Any yellow color butterfly, you can imagine small, big, anything where with some design on it, whatever you want to imagine, you can imagine that butterfly. It can be in yellow color. Now try to see the size of the butterfly. Try to imagine color of that yellow, like how that yellow looks like. Try to visualize that this how this butterfly is flying. So you will understand and you will feel the movements, how it flies, how it's sitting on the flowers. Now when that butterfly is sitting on the flowers, you are getting a good smell of that garden flowers. So try to smell the smell of the flowers, and try to touch that butterfly, and you will understand the touch. You must have touched somewhere in life, so you know that how the we used to catch the butterflies when we were small. So like you must be knowing how it touches when you touch the wings. It's so soft. It's so nice. It's so delicate. I can't even touch harshly with full force. I just have to touch it very lightly with a very light pressure. Absolutely with no pressure. Otherwise, it will tear off. So, like, something will, it will harm to that butterfly. So you're just trying to feel the touch of that butterfly. Keep watching for a while. You are imagining the color, touch, smell, size, look. And now slowly come back to your breath. Relax and watch your breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And open your eyes when you're comfortable. Now you say that in next 48 hours you are going to see this butterfly. Now what will happen, not necessary that butterfly will come in your bedroom, but you may see that butterfly in any of the magazines. You may find that butterfly in while watching the television. You may find that butterfly somewhere in internet while browsing somewhere in internet, or you may find that butterfly anywhere. Wherever you go, you will see that, you will find that butterfly in next 48 hours somewhere, any of the things, whether it is in the picture form, whether you may see actual butterfly, or whatever the way, it can be anything. So this is the exercise which, you will it will make you believe that, it works in your life. And this is the your time starts now, and it will happen in next 48 hours. And I would like you to do this exercise, and I would like you to share your experiences to me. And if you really wanted to know further things, if you are really liking to get more about the things about our workshop, and if you are really interested to do that thing, definitely you can visit for more understanding on this link where I mentioned over here. You can just visit and check it out what we are doing and how we are doing. But I would definitely request you to share your experience, whether you can find that butterfly in next 48 hours or not. I will tell you that I've just given you the example of butterfly. You can think about red car, or you can think about blue car, or you can think about Lamborghini. One of my student, she, when I was talking to her about the butterfly, what she did is, I'm just sharing you the experiences. One lady, she experienced that I will take out something which, I will not see only. And she decided to, she thought in that manifestation process, that she thought, I will see one green color elephant with a red color fabric cloth on it. And she imagined something like this weird, assuming that she will not find it and it is difficult, and she's going to tell me that, you are wrong, I can't, I don't find. And you won't believe, she, from our workshop, she went to home. And next day she went to her office. And in the office, she had, there was some envelope kept on her table, where she found that exactly red color elephant with green color elephant with red color cloth. Somebody visiting card, somebody's invitation card was there, and that picture was there on the that card. So again, the second principle which I told, whether you want it or don't want it, no, brain doesn't understand whether you want it or don't want it. What is your focus is, I will not see, I will not see was her intention, and she saw that thing. So if I don't want fights, but I'm still focusing the fights and saying I don't want fight, I don't want fight, I don't want fight, that means I'm still focusing on the fights. So I will attract the fights only. So what I have to focus is what I want. I want peace. So if I focus on peace, I will attract the peace. What I'm trying to explain you is this experiment will help you to strengthen your belief about the subject, so that you will get the interest. When you have the experience, then you will get the interest how to do it. Normally in the universe, everything is same as like seeing the butterfly or making a cup of coffee. Making a cup of coffee is as easy as having a penthouse or attracting a dream car for the universal domain. But for us, it is difficult because our mind is conditioned to think in that way. That is why we have limited our thoughts, or we have limited ourselves thinking that it is not possible, it is difficult, and that is why it doesn't happen. So what we learn is how to change these blockages, how to break these blockages, how to identify these blockages, and how to make it happen what we want. This is what is the thing. And I think its time is already up. uh, Nice to see you here. Thanks for attending the webinar, and maybe I would be happy to share more things with you guys if you are interested. But definitely, I would like you to share your experiences. Share your experience if you have done this exercise, and if you are interested any of the things, please, please, please comment on this. And if you really want to know more about our channel, you can just visit our channel name as Bountiful Universe, where we have kept there are different meditations and subliminal messages are posted over there. So you can just keep the following our channel, so that you can subscribe our channel, so you will keep getting the updates from us for more updates, and you will receive the notification. So thank you very much again, and have a nice weekend. Thank you.